NTPC, that is National Transport Policy Committee in India, and the traffic studies, various traffic studies like traffic column count, axle load survey, that is a load meter study. The load meter study is nothing but the axle load survey, and speed studies. There are some of the traffic studies that we are going to discuss in the first model. And in the second model, these are the road development plans. That is first 20-year road plan, second 20-year road plan, the third 20-year and fourth 20-year. The first 20-year road plan, that is a Nagpur road plan, that is known as, that is in the year 1943 to 1963. The next second, that is known as Bombay road plan, that is from 1961 to 1981. I think the first 20-year road plan, that is Nagpur road plan, that is for 20 years from 1943 to 1963. I think 2 years before they have completed this plan. So the next 20-year or second 20-year road plan, they have started in the 1961 itself to 1981. And third one is Lucknow road plan, 1981 to 2001. The fourth one, road development. Can you tell me the fourth road plan? Fourth 20-year road plan? Anybody have any idea? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Fourth 20-year road plan. What it is? First one is Nagpur, second one is Bombay, third one is Lucknow. What about the fourth? Fourth 20-year road plan. That is the Road Development Plan Vision 2021. They are given the name as Road Development Plan Vision 2021. That is from 2001 to 2021. Okay. These are the road development plans. In this, these are the 4 road development plans that we are going to discuss. The general features and how they are going to classify the roads like primary, secondary and tertiary. There is the classification of roads like national highways, state highways. In different plans, they have classified the roads into different categories. And how we are going to calculate those road lengths in different phases. In different plans, how many road lengths has to be executed in those 20 years. That has to be estimated. We have problems on those road plans, first, second, third, 20-year road plans. And the third and fourth model, it is regarding the economic analysis. If you take an locality, if you want to, if you have 5 to 4 proposals of construction of a road in a locality, then how you are going to give the priority, on what basis? That is based on the economic analysis. Okay, the priority is for construction of a road among the 4 to 5 roads, that will be given based on the economic analysis. And the last fifth one is highway financing. Highway financing is nothing but how the funds will be available for the construction of roads. How the funds will be generated, like that tax levied on the fuel, tax collected from the road users, or vehicle registration tax, and we have different toll taxes or the funds collected from the toll booths, and we have different projects like BOT, BOOT, that is build, own, operate and transfer, like this. Again PPP, you have public public partnership. Like this, we have different projects that we are going to discuss in the highway financing. All of you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is no network problem, I think. Okay. Okay, we start with the first model, that is highway planning. Briefly, I am going to discuss the concepts. In highway planning, what are the objectives of highway planning or a necessity? Why to go for a highway planning? Can anyone tell me? Why it is a necessity? Why we have to go for a highway planning? For a locality, assume for a locality, if you want to develop the roads, how it is going to help the highway planning? For a locality, the funds available is very less, but the requirement is more for the development of roads. You have to develop the more number of roads in a locality, but the funds will be less. Based on that, how we are going to select those stretches to develop? That is, that is why the highway planning is necessary. Okay. How we are going to select the routes or stretches for the development? That is why it is necessary we go for a highway planning. The highway planning is a basic requirement for any project. It may be village road or a state highway or a major district road or a national highway. We go for a highway planning. And what are the objectives? Objectives of a highway planning? When you go for highway planning, the plan should be such that you are going to plan in such a way that the road should provide an efficient, a safe and comfort movement of the vehicle, but at a very minimum cost. Okay, in such a way that you have planned the roads, or you are going to select those stretches so that we should provide a efficient, safe, comfort movement of the vehicles, but at a very minimum cost. We are not going to invest a huge amount for this purpose. Okay, that is one of the major objectives. And one more, that is priority based on the maximum utility. You are going to select such a route or a road based on the maximum utility, where we are going to find the maximum, where we are going to get the maximum utility at that route we are going to select. That is one of the major objectives of this highway planning. And in such a way that we are going to select those routes where we can use the resources, locally available resources. That is also one of the objectives. And the next, and we also consider the future requirement of the development of the roads. This also becomes one of the objectives. That is, we are going to consider the future requirement for the development of the existing road or a newly constructed road. We are going to consider this also. And lastly, we have to work out. You have to work out a financial system for any route. When you go for selecting of any route, you have to work out the financial system or the economic analysis. You have to go through the economic analysis. Among the, if in a locality, if we have three proposals of road like A, B, C, among these three proposals, first which route has to given the priority? which has to be developed first. That is based on the economic analysis. Okay. These are some of the necessities and objectives of highway planning. Next, for highway planning, you have to go through these surveys. You have some of the studies. I'll just show you some of the PPT slides. Okay, you can see here, highway planning and economic analysis, the necessity of highway planning. That is why it is need to do the highway planning, objectives of highway planning, planning surveys. These are the important studies or the surveys that has to be gone through during the planning, during the highway planning. That is first one is economic studies, and the second one is financial studies, and third traffic studies. The fourth one is engineering studies. When you go for development of any road or any stretch in a particular location, you have to do all these studies, go through all these surveys at that particular location. That is economic studies of that particular location, like regarding the total population or economic activities or the production or the productivity of it, may be agriculture or industrial productivity or per capita income of that locality area of the population. Okay, these are the studies or the surveys that has to be conducted while planning a highway, like taking the population of the particular locality area, like and also taking the details of the productivity, like industrial, the production of industrial as well as agriculture. That is economic studies. That will give you the economy of that particular area, how strongly economy of that particular area. Based on that, we can analyze and give the prioritization of the routes. Next one is financial studies. In this, it includes the source of income, that is the tax collected, that is the revenue collected of that area, and the living standard, resources and toll taxes, vehicle registration fees, fines, that is collected from all that particular area. Okay. If you consider in a district, you have three talukas. Suppose if you have 3 talukas, the source of income generated from 3 talukas are different. Based on that, we are going to give the priority of the road development based on their source of income developed from those different talukas or different localities. Next, the traffic studies. When you go for planning, we have to do the traffic studies, like all the traffic surveys. It is traffic volume count, origin and destination studies. You have to go through traffic flow patterns and accidents. And one more, lastly, we have engineering studies. That is regarding the topography of that area, the soil, location, other special problems like drainage problems or underground water table. All those you have to consider when you go for planning. All these studies has to be carried out, and every studies has to be analyzed. When you are going to select a road among the others, these all the things has to be studied clearly and analyzed and come to a conclusion which route has to be developed first. The prioritization has to be given for that route. After these studies, then we are going to prepare the plans. That is plan 1 shows the area of plan showing all existing details. This is the existing features. Then next plan which shows the population and its categories. Third shows the productivity. It is the productivity in terms of utility. Then plan 4, it gives the shows the road network with traffic flow patterns and desired lines, origin and destination. And one more thing is this origin destination study, which also highly influence the privatization, where the trip generation is more. There we have to give the preferences more at that route. We are going to develop at this where the trip generation more. We have to provide the maximum development for that particular stretch. And this is a data that is provided for the reference, that is of Gulbarga district. Okay, this is how we are going to prepare the master plan, that is final road plan. We are going to consider all the plans, plan 1, plan 2, plan 10, plan 4. Then we are going to come to a conclusion with a final road plan. That is a master plan. That is known as a master plan. The determination of the optimum best road length, the concept of saturation system. Suppose if you take a 3 stretches like suppose A, B and C, A, B, 3 stretches. Then among these, how you can come to a conclusion among these 3 stretches which has to be developed first, which has to be given the priority first. That is based on the saturation system. That is based on the population of that area, the productivity of the area of the 3 structures, 3 localities of. It is based on that is in terms of utility units. We are going to convert all the population as well as the productivity into the utility units. Where you get suppose if you get A among the A, B, C, if you get the B maximum utility unit, then first priority has to be given for the development of the B stretch. In a similar way, we are going to calculate we are going to plan the highways. I think in Kannan just you have a solved problem. Once you go through that, you have a solved problem. You can easily solve those problems. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are understanding? In Kannan just you have solved problems. You can go. You have 2 problems regarding the utility. That is your road plan proposals like PQRS. Among this, which priority, how you are going to give the priority based on the utility value. Okay. Based on that, those roads has to be given the priority first. After that, based on the availability of the fund, then you go for the development of the next roads. That is, to get the B first, based on the priority B is the first, then second A, then third C. Then you go for development of the road D first, then you go for A, then for C, based on the fund availability. Okay. Like this, the highway planning, which helps us to for the selection of the routes in a locality. Okay. And these are some of the traffic studies, like traffic volume study, and I think these you have gone, you are learnt in the previous semester, that is first semester. For planning, for highway planning, these all the studies are required. I think don't have done in this one. All the traffic studies, spot space studies, these studies, and one more we have load meter study. Load meter studies, remember axial load survey. In this, for every structure, for different structures, you have to calculate the axial loads of different vehicles, like front axle and the rear axle loads of different vehicles coming across those structures. Okay, that is, you are going to find out the load, the front axle load as well as rear axle load of different vehicles like buses, trucks, heavy trucks. It may be empty or loaded. That will help us to know how it is. That is how much overloaded is coming over the pavement. How badly the pavement is getting deteriorated. What will be the durability of the pavement? What will be the life of the pavement? How many years it can be withstand without any deterioration? It also helps in the pavement design. Like we can find out the vehicle damage factor using these that is load meter study. That can be done in various hours. It may be done in 24 hours or 16 hours, 12 hours, or only in the peak hours. That is the time given. You can schedule the time that is based on these hours. For different category of roads, different category of vehicles, we have to conduct the for only the heavy vehicles, that is the commercial vehicles, we are going to carry out these axle load survey for only commercial vehicles. Okay. That is, you can use this portable weight machine. You can, that is at the edges of the shoulders, you can dig it and you can please fix the portable weighing machine. Weigh pads, that is known as weigh pads. On that, you have to slowly make the vehicle of this front wheel to stand over the wheel pads. Then you can record the weight of the rear axle, front axle. Okay. Then later on, you can slowly move the vehicle. Then you can also know the rear axle weight also. Similarly, you are going to calculate the axle load. You can record the axle load. They have a format for this again. Take the axle load. So these are all the studies which help for a highway planning. Okay. Any doubts in this first model?